This episode is brought to you by Communications Training for Coffee Teams, a new Map It Forward workshop tailored to get your team communicating more confidently to improve general mental health as well as business profitability. Click the link in the show notes for further details. Welcome to the Daily Coffee Pro by Map It Forward, friends. I'm your host, Lee Safar, and today on the podcast, episode 5 of our 5-part series on preparing for change. The kind of change that we're talking about is the economic change that is afoot. We don't know how vast this economic change is going to be, but we do know that there is some economic change happening. And so we just want to make sure that our businesses and our professional lives are all geared and ready to anticipating any change that might happen. So in the first episode, we talked about preparing for change and the kind of mindset that you're going to need to be able to do that. The second episode, we talked about knowing your financial position, and we looked at that from a perspective of income, debt, assets, and pricing. In the third episode, we talked about securing your coffee revenue streams. That's whether you're a business owner or you're a professional in the industry. In the last episode, we made sure that we took a look at how you would reassess the plan that you have for 2023 and beyond. Now, in this episode, we're talking about whether you need a consultant to help you with all of those things. And for some people, the idea of hiring a consultant can seem very daunting. I want to talk to you about that from the perspective of a consultant in the coffee industry. So a big mission for Map It Forward is to shift this kind of mindset that there is out there on how people in the industry see consultants. And that reputation is, the current reputation is well earned. And that reputation is that consultants typically don't deliver in the coffee industry. They are very aloof with the way that they charge and with the way that they structure their services. How do you know who the right consultant is? Because everyone gets shafted and scammed and all these kinds of things. So I'm here to tell you that we are working very hard to make sure that we are putting into place training programs and kind of an expectation from consultants who are calling themselves coffee consultants. We are trying to encourage as many as possible to start doing things like offering a money-back guarantee and over-delivering on their services and making sure that they are very clear on what kind of a consultant they are and the services that they offer. And the reason we're doing this is because we really do need much better consultants in the coffee industry. So how do you figure out if you need a consultant? And then the second question we're going to address is, how do you find the right consultant if you do need a consultant? So how you assess if you need a consultant is to identify what the problems are that exist in your business or in your career that you can't solve, or you need specialized help in learning how to solve it. So an example of that would be, do you have a product problem and a marketing problem in how to get more sales in your business, and you have tried and tried and tried, and you've done all the things that you could do, and you can't find a solution? I wish I had have realized when I was in any of my previous businesses, particularly when it came to Elixir, when I was having challenges with understanding how to place a product within a specific market. I wish I had have had the foresight in the early days to realize that if I had found a marketing consultant that specialized in the area of where I was trying to place the product, it would have been money well spent, probably much better than the advertising dollars that I had spent, but it would have been much better to engage the services of a marketing consultant to help me understand how to position that product. Now, if you are finding yourself in that scenario, how do you find the consultant for that? Well, you can go and look up marketing consultants, or you can contact us at Map It Forward, and we will help connect you with consultants from around the world that may be able to help you with that scenario. And the way that you get in contact with us, check the show notes, or you can just send us an email, support@mapitforward.org. You can also send us messages through our social media platforms. Now, another example of the kind of consultant that you might need. Your coffee requirements may be changing. Your Your customer base may be changing, and therefore you may need access to a different supply chain. How do you find the right people to advise you on that? You can go around and you can call people up and you can ask a bunch of different green coffee importers if they have the right coffee for you. They are going to give you information based on their own agenda. Employing the services of a consultant who specializes in green coffee purchasing or in supply chain is going to be able to advise you based on your agenda. And oftentimes it's simply that they run through with you what your strategy is for pivoting, and they're able to put you in contact with the right people. Now remember, the objective of a consultant, the number one objective, is to show you the blind spots that may be available to you and to make sure that the problem that you need solved is solved. And so find a consultant that is able to connect you with the right people, or at the very least advise you how you can go and get the information for the problem that you're experiencing. They should be able to tap you into a network of people. So a part of the consulting services that I offer, I am somebody who, the way that my consulting services work is I come into your business, I get to know your business, I help you understand where the improvements need to happen, where some of your blind spots are, and we work on tightening that. A part of growing the business, once we've done that, is getting access to my network of people that can help you achieve the kind of growth that you're looking for. So I don't particularly work with the kind of small businesses that is like growing a cafe anymore. I'm looking at helping people grow brands around the world that require access to a more global network. When you hire me as a consultant, that's absolutely something that you get access to. Unfortunately, what I'm seeing is that consultants in the coffee industry aren't aware of how important their network is to their clients. And so if you are looking for a consultant, please make sure that you can ask the questions that give you the information that you need. So ask them, who are the kinds of people that you have in your network that I would be able to get access to? Again, I want to make sure that when you are looking for the kind of consultant that you need, that you know how to get access to the right people. We are a resource that can definitely help with that. But here are some of the pitfalls that I want you to avoid when it comes to hiring a consultant in the coffee industry. Please don't hire consultants based on how famous they are, unless you are hiring a consultant to get you famous. So oftentimes a mistake that I see is that somebody will hire a consultant to get their business growing, and they hire a consultant who is someone who is a coffee celebrity, and they pay them a lot of money to do that. Hire your consultant based on their track record. Any consultant worth their salt will be able to show you testimonials from a number of, based on what their fee is, they should have a number of testimonials the higher their fee is. And they should be able to demonstrate to you those testimonials at a moment's notice. It is important that before you hire a consultant, that you've done your due diligence so that you have a high expectation of confidence that the consultant will be able to deliver on exactly what you want. If you can fulfill all those things and you can understand the fee structure and the consultant is willing to offer you a money-back guarantee, go for it. I would encourage you to find the kind of help that you need, because your consultant should fast track your learning. Your consultant should make sure that you anticipate the blind spots that are coming. Your consultant should be able to expose you to a network of people that would take you years to get access to. If you can do this, you should be able to solve your problems a lot quicker, and you should be able to adapt to the change that's coming with haste. I hope you found this series helpful. If you have any questions, head over to our social media, mapitforward.coffee, and let us know any questions you might have. Stay tuned for our next series with Carly Garner. Peace, love, and peanut butter, folks. Have an amazing rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in, friends. There are 2 ways you can support this podcast. Firstly, become a paid member of our YouTube channel. Secondly, you can join our Patreon for as little as $3 a month. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video before you leave, and check the show notes for more information. Now, this is what you should check out next.